will never play the victim, and I will never say that this is all like their fault. And obviously I had to pay out of pocket for that because it was not done properly.
Exactly.
And it's like, no, we've never scammed anyone. We've been scammed multiple times over and over and over and over. And in the future, we're going to get into other things, you know, that have happened to us.
Look at Austin. Listen, anyways.
It's not juicy.
It's not too juicy. They want to know. It's juicy. Give them that juice.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kind of cute.
Welcome back to the channel. You know, I'm not even feeling that today, honestly. You know what's in my head? I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. If you want something right, yeah, there's some white people songs. I don't know about you. Y'all, are y'all ready for the new year? I am ready for the new year. I was wondering when my rent or lease is up. I was like, when is that over? Because I actually really don't know. So I went down there and I checked. And why did this man say April 22nd? I said, April 22nd? He was like, yeah. I was like, April 22nd, 2022. He was like, yeah. Isn't that like a good omen or something? The way I immediately started looking for like apartments, condos, townhomes, I was like, oh no, that's a sign. Like, we gotta move and we gotta move quickly. Because you guys, I've been thinking about moving and everyone's like, no, don't move. Why do you want to move for? Like, oh my God, what are you talking about? But it's like, I just need some excitement. I need some new, and I don't know. I'm really thinking about either like going somewhere new every single month because I am literally about to pull my hair out with this kind of content. I love YouTube drama, but there comes a point where it's like, I'm so much more than this. And please let me publicly say that now. I am so much more than this. Let's hop in here. I'm going to be putting a mask on. We're going to go ahead and do transparent here. Speaking of transparency, you guys, so I have a hat on today, and it's the first time that I put a hat on for fun. Okay, I normally put a hat on to hide my hair or like if it's just not looking that great. It's just so weird because I truly never do that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I truly never do that. But I got microlinks, so if you're wondering if I have a sew-in, I do not right now. And that's why this hat goes on so snug, so nice. I'm gonna put a mask on, definitely gonna be doing the transparent mask. See if we get a little bit of transparency in this part. Looks like we're only 12 minutes in as well, so let's go for 18 again. Let's go for 18 minutes. We are literally at 3.2 million views right now. 3.2 million freaking views. Let me stop. It's just interesting because how can you tell them that they're not the ish, right? Like, how do you tell them that they're not when they're pulling in freaking 3.2 million views in 2 days, giggling and laughing and hee-heeing and cocky? Like, honey, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me not act dumb. I mean, there's no point of acting like you don't understand. At the end of the day, even when I was first watching the Ace Family, I remember just being like, yo, they are a beautiful couple. Like, he looks so good. She looks so good. Like, wow, look at these prank videos and yada, yada. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it. We live in a very vain world. It is what it is.
And also do what we do for a living.
I'm so sorry. Catherine is smart, but it's like, I just feel like Catherine, she could be doing so much more. She could have really elevated herself. Like, honestly, just imagine if it was Catherine and Michael instead of Michael and Lori Harvey. Just imagine what that would look like. It'd be a very different life, would it not?
Be on YouTube and create content for you guys and entertain you guys.
Real quick, sorry to cut you off. Another big point was we either were going to move into a gated community or we were going to find a property to be able to be isolated away from everyone else. And so the house that we live in now, that property we found, was a property that we were very excited and happy about, that we found it in that time frame because it was super private.
Yeah. And
we were away from everybody. Because our number one thing was we needed privacy.
And we thought like this, this is meant to be. Okay, now I'm just gonna go right into it, right? Because now I
what are y'all putting out?
We got to this house situation, right? It's 2 houses, combine them. And it took us about a year to like finish. Like, it was a lot of building and stuff. Okay. The contractor who was on site, who created the relationship with Austin, who got Austin to basically be interested in the house, right? The guy who was there every day, he was not a licensed contractor and he was using someone else's license, and we were unaware of it for 2 years. Okay.
Why are you
so
smiling?
he lied to us and said that he's the contractor, but in reality, the real contractors was this contracting company called T&L Constructions. So they're the real contractors to this house, and the only licensed contractors to this house. Okay, that's number one. Okay, I think you know where I'm going with this. Because of that,
No, we don't.
he was able to get everyone on his team to basically screw us. So there was the architect who made a lot of money from us, who screwed us, ended up screwing us in the end. There was the realtor who orchestrated the entire deal, who had a lot of points on the back end, who screwed us. Bad, probably the worst. The contractor, the fake contractor who you've seen in our videos, he did not have a license, he screwed us. See, there was a lot of people, right?
Oh, that was a jump cut right there.
Because at the end of the day, I know that we made a mistake, and the mistake is that we didn't have the right team and the right people involved looking over things, and we should have had that. So I will never play the victim, and I will never say that this is all like their fault. When we went into escrow, but we will do it, I'll give you anything you want, right? And that's obviously what he wanted us to think. He was going to give us everything we want. We made the mistake because we went into escrow without getting the certificate of occupancy, okay? So let me explain something to you.
But he explained to us that we were able to get it like ASAP.
Yeah, he kept saying next week, next week, next week. But the thing is, we learn now from other realtors and other people in the industry, you do not buy a house unless you have the certificate of occupancy.
Explain what that even is.
Okay, so a certificate of occupancy is something that you get. It's a piece of paper that you get from the city that says that they have looked everything over in the house and signed off on everything.
For you to even live in the house.
So that's plumbing, that's pool, that's
power,
everything. And like even the stairs, if they're safe, the walls, everything has to be signed up in order to get their certificate of occupancy. We never got it. We still do not have it. We never got a certificate of occupancy. We are not legally able to be occupants in our home that we've been paying for, that we purchased for almost 3 years. We have never had a certificate of occupancy.
Real quick, just so you guys know, we
as jump cuts, man,
buyers are unable to get the certificate of occupancy. Like we can't do shit about
No,
that.
it's the city.
It's the city.
But I'm gonna go in
it's
on that.
The builder. It's everything that she's talking about regarding the people who are involved.
You can have $1 billion. You can have $1 billion. You cannot pay for a certificate of occupancy. Okay, so let me explain to you how it even got to that point. It was unbelievable, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It caused me so much pain because I was dealing with this internally. I couldn't speak on it for a long time. I kept saying, "Oh my God, I can't wait to tell people like how badly these people screwed us. I can't wait to tell the world." And like, for a long time, I was just like, fuck, like, this is so unfair. Like, the house is not finished. Like, why do we have these freaking tubs here? Okay, so just so you guys know, we have to say one thing.
Real quick. Just so you guys know, she's been wanting to make this video for a very long time. Even before people were making up stories about this.
Yeah.
And I was telling her, listen, there's going to be a right time for this video. And so, you can see how passionate she is about this.
Wait, okay, so let me explain something.
Why do you get to make the decisions?
When you have occupancy, you don't have gas in your house. It's illegal. So we've never had gas. So just so you guys know, our winters are getting really cold in LA. We live in a glass house. Our winters are our first winter that we spent. I was pregnant with my son and I had 2 babies. We were freezing in our house. We were so freaking cold. There was no heat, no nothing.
Based on a true.
But you're not the victims. I'm trying to understand.
Nothing. And for the people that are gonna say, "Oh, don't you have those little heaters?" Those things don't work when you put 3. The whole electricity freaking shuts off.
You're saying since we didn't have the certificate of occupancy, we didn't have like a lot of these things. Like
Who edited this?
Yeah. Well, we had hot water.
Temporary.
A temporary like hot water. It's like really janky. It's like it's really bad.
Yeah.
But like.
So that's what I want to say. We want to make sure we had it. It was just temporary. Like it was how to explain it? Like it was Jimmy rigged. You guys know what that means?
Just so that we can have hot water.
Yeah.
But just so you guys know, when we first moved into our house, we didn't have hot water, and I was giving my babies cold baths because I didn't have a choice.
Think about it, because they're wondering like, you guys didn't have.
You didn't have the choice.
Yeah. So like
That's what I'm
some shit was Jimmy me fuck.
You didn't have the choice. I'm so sorry. As somebody who drinks tea all the time, I have a kettle, okay? You can warm up some water. Please stop. Please.
Ring. Is that even a word? Jimmy ring. And for example, Chef Will has been cooking on little burners.
What are y'all cutting out?
So we've been using all of these for the past couple of years to cook.
Just so
Like,
you
if
guys
you really watch our videos, and we tried our best to like not show certain things because obviously, first of all, it looks bad. Second of all, you guys be wondering like, why are you guys not using actually your appliances?
Okay, so the first thing that I realized, oh, we got screwed. Oh my God, this is a money pit. Like, we got fucking screwed. Was when we moved into our house, and literally not even 3 weeks in living in our house, my front door was warping. So basically, like the heat, mahogany wood or something like that. And come to find out, that shit was plywood. So he was like telling us that something was $45,000, but he was really spending $2,000 and then pocketing all of the money. What he would do is he would get workers to do it, and then he would fire them because he didn't want to pay them, and then get new workers, and then the workers didn't know what was going on. So like there's a lot of things that weren't done right. It rains in my house every time someone uses one of the bathrooms. Like you'll see like water downstairs like coming down. Like I literally have videos. I'll probably put it on here.
Hey, honestly,
The leak here, every time it rained, as you can see, like this puddle situation, every time it rained.
Yeah, you look at it there, it'll bubble up every time because what's happening, water's getting through the AC condensation returns. On the returns coming through here,
Not
what
the
happens, water gets in there and leaks through it and finds its way through here. So we've been always having to repair this. It looks great right now, but you can see from the last rain, it's still coming.
So every time I saw that it was gonna rain, I knew that this would start leaking, so we would just like move this a little over, or just move whatever we had here over just so that it wouldn't rain on it. And then just so you guys know, Uncle Ed is been in contracting. He's been in the business, in the building business for 35 years. So he obviously knows what he's talking about, and this is just unacceptable.
We used to have leaks all through here, and we repaired those, we stopped those, but we used to run through these chases are all AC ducts, so what happens on the roof, the water gets through those ducts, through the units up there somehow, find itself in the...
Can we just all acknowledge the fact that if you just bought a regular mansion and didn't try to do so much, you would not be in this situation? Like, let's just all be very aware of that, because things like this happen when you're trying to do too much. You're doing too much, and you may not even be on that level. Meaning, let's say it was Kylie, or let's say it was a no-name billionaire right now, right, that had bought this house and was in the situation. Nothing of the sort would be going on because they have people in place to make sure that things like this don't go on. Like, but you can tell that the Ace family, they cut corners, like they stay cutting corners, and you can't tell me that this energy isn't here for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, I mean, I'm sure you guys have your own stories, your own experiences of things that have happened in your life where you're just like, dang, like if I just wasn't doing so much, things wouldn't even went that way. You know what I mean?
It blowing, it'll push the water this way, or it'll chase it inside the duct, and then you'll find leaks where eventually there might be a seam that's open, and then you'll have these leaks.
Uncle Ed's been here for a year helping us, trying to get us to get the certificate of occupancy. And he's gonna show me something that I've heard, he's told me, but I'm gonna go see it for the first time.
Flex line, there was nothing ever connected here to this gas. All these things were just with a regular flex line. So it had to be hard pipe because the inspector wanted to see it. So every unit, AC unit, any of these units are now hard pipe, as you can see it.
Okay.
It's called hard pipe.
So Uncle Ed did this. It was not done when we moved in, so he had to do that because he noticed that it was done wrong.
Yeah.
And obviously I had to pay out of pocket for that because it was not done properly.
Exactly here, all these things were leaked. We kind of sealed them over and over. I know some maintenance, but a lot of it didn't have this drainage here.
Yeah. So every time it rained, guys,
They puddle water here.
puddle. Like you could see, like
The flooring was not, the roof was not to the pitch where it should have gone to the drain. So we always had a a water issue here, house leaks.
But it's just crazy, like nothing was done right. We were literally like scammed. And it's so crazy because people use that word so lightly when it comes to us, like the Ace family. Oh, scam, scam, scam. And it's like, no, we've never scammed anyone. We've been scammed multiple times over and over and over and over. And in the future, we're gonna get into other things, you know, that have happened to us.
Look at Austin.
You know, obviously we're just gonna do this one way.
Are you going in detail of like kind of like?
I don't know how this part got cut out, but what I was about to say is, why is Austin stopping Catherine from speaking? It's so weird to me how he's like, wait, and then looking at her before he says something. It's very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's giving, I'm going to talk to you through my eyes.
A freaking pool.
The pool is the scariest thing.
Oh my god. Okay, so I have to talk about this. So, remember when Austin
No, I have to
was
talk
in the
about
jet
this.
ski
Let me
and,
talk
like,
about it,
neighbors were
Austin.
complaining? So I have to talk about this. So, and this and that, and we didn't really speak on it because, like, well, now I can finally speak on it. So I'm going to speak on it right now.
Okay.
There should be nothing wrong ever with an owner of a home doing anything he wants with his pool. You got a pool, you freaking happy as hell. If you want to put a freaking jet ski in it, you put a jet ski in it, right? But this is the issue. There was no retaining wall built around the bottom hill of our house because the builder didn't build one. He didn't get a certificate of occupancy. He didn't get anything approved. Nothing was done right. We didn't know.
Basically, we had a half-finished house.
We had not even like maybe 30% finished. Like the house is still not even finished, and like the bones of the house aren't even good. Like the finishing on the house is terrible. I give that a 0. The bones, I give that like a 10, and that's like to 100, right? The land, 100, beautiful land, but like everything else, trash, right? So now let me explain.
So the pool.
Okay, so
the retaining wall was an issue because that's why the water was seeping over to our neighbor's yard, and that's why they, were upset about everything. Also, the pool also had cracks in it, meaning like there was a possibility for this pool to literally just explode.
It like could literally very much still happen, but thank God it's off of our.
How are you going to publicly say that knowing you have 3 children in the home? 4 child. Is it 4 or is it 3? Alea. 3 children in the home, and you laughing about that? What if something happened to them? What if something happened to them because of your like? Oh my God! Like, thank God it didn't happen, but yeah, we knew about that. Y'all are. Let me be quiet.
Right now because that pool like is scary.
Yeah,
and the people.
I don't know if we should be saying this because someone just bought the house.
No, I'm gonna go in. No, the lenders like.
But listen.
I'm gonna go fucking in.
So listen, we were so scared that the pool was just gonna like
illegal.
Listen.
Bad.
We were scared the pool was just gonna explode and it was gonna cover our entire neighborhood, which would have been, oh my gosh.
The overflow never worked because when it did, there was a leak that was creating other problems that we were never able to find.
Yeah.
So the pool was never plumbed right because there's no way you should have 2 of these water tubes to be able to clean the pool. So as you can see, the pool can only clean itself halfway.
Yeah.
So we should have had 1 more of those, but it was never plumbed right. There was a leak that was creating other problems that we were never able to find.
Yeah.
So the pool was never plumbed right because you need.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, 12 for a SWAT, busting all the bells out the box, hit the leak.